Okay, so weddings and these clients, it's a very important moment when you photograph a wedding, and there is this dreaded moment. I have been in a situation. Do you understand? I'll give you an example. I was starting out anyways, and then a photographer asked me to go and shoot. I wasn't having a camera. So I went and hired a camera to go and shoot. It was an event, end of year event. Then I went there, took the pictures. Sorry, I went there. It was in the evening. They started late at night. So I needed to use a flash to at least, get a better exposure. But then, unfortunately, the hot shoe stopped working.
Oh, wow.
On the camera.
Right.
So I had to struggle, start bumping up my ISO and then opening the aperture as wide as possible and reducing the speed, and everything. It was a mess that day. And then I've heard other photographers' story, and I tell myself that I think like this thing happens to everybody. So it may not be that, but I've heard of cases where photographers were coming back from an event and then there was an armed robbery attack. The gears, when you mentioned your gear was stolen from your car, so gears have gone missing. So with the memory card, of a moment that would never happen again. And then I was on a shoot with Casey and Austin. One other wedding photographer went to Kebbi State. I was then, and then we finished shooting, and then we came back. The old files were corrupted. So then people started thinking, running around, what do we do? Way back then, of course, these AI softwares, we're not used to it. So have you been in such situation? And then how did you handle it?
The one that comes to mind first. I photographed a battalion. So they could easily have been, I don't know, maybe over 100. It was in one of the barracks. I forget the name of it. Yeah. So their commandant was going to be present at the shoot. They got 3 horses from Aso Villa for the shoot. There were so many of them, and I didn't have a drone, right? That I had to climb on, these stands at parade grounds, right? So they had to help me up on top of the stand so that I could get the aerial view. So here they are in their triangle formation with the commandant and his, I don't know what their ranks are, but 2 to his side and their horses and whatnot. It was actually a nice experience, like photographing it. I had not done anything like that. I haven't done anything like that since, right? Military, they don't have any, like, how much is your money? They paid me cash on the spot, like, go. When are we expecting our images? So, great experience, right? Did something I hadn't done before, got paid, whatnot. This can go into my portfolio. So, I didn't have my studio at the time. I'm at home, I'm on my dining table, I'm calling the images, I'm selecting the images, and I get bored of sitting, so let me move. So I lift my, there's this bad habit I have, and I think other people do too, where you put your hard drive on your laptop, like by the keypad. So I stood up like that, and as I was turning, my elbow hit the back of the chair, and laptop and hard drive fell to the floor. I picked up the hard drive, and all I could hear was dude, the hard drive would not start. And I didn't even, one military person would be a problem.
Yes.
One soldier will be a problem. Imagine a battalion. What am I going to tell these people happened to their images? Because it wasn't like they had a parade and then I came to shoot the parade. They all came together for that shoot.
Mm. Just go ahead.
They all came together for that shoot. I mean, it was one of the scariest situations I've been in, because I don't know why I have some sort of phobia for the military. Like, me and military are like this. It's not like anything has ever happened to me before, but for some reason, I'm just not a big fan of the military. A big fan of being around them.
Okay.
Right? The job they do is incredibly important. There's something we shot recently that gave me a lot more insight into the military, and I have like nothing but respect for all those people do. But that said, I'm just not a military. Anyway, as you can imagine, panic. Do you know what I mean? What to do next? Luckily, we found some guy who could recover data. It ended up costing like 70% of what they paid me.
What?
To buy a hard drive that was large enough, plus how much because the guy charged me like 40,000 or something like that to recover the files. And I needed to buy a hard drive that was maybe 2 terabytes, 4 terabytes, something like that, to be able to copy. When I eventually, like, when the process, the guy's like, I don't think I'll be able to recover all the files on this server. I'm like, there's one file that is not, there's one folder. Just make sure that we get that folder. The rest of it, we'll figure out later. Thankfully, I was able to get it. When I delivered the images, the major that was the liaison, when I told him what happened, all he did was,
Your case. Plus they are faking.
like, it wasn't take a deposit or we'll pay you when you finish. They paid me in cash. Like, take, go. Maybe I won't have been here having this on this podcast now.
Perhaps to hear your story on Human Rights Radio.
That was some years ago, and I mean, we all have these stories. I know somebody who, I don't know if you appreciate me calling his name, who shot a wedding but wasn't the official photographer. So the security personnel at the place like called him to remove the memory card, like delete, format the memory card in front of them. He had to format the memory card, and then he told him to leave.
Was he
like he was
yes he was for them?
He wasn't the main photographer.
Okay.
Yeah, he was second shooting. He was backing up his guy, and maybe he didn't have some sort of maybe like no tag or whatever, and format the card. So yeah, there are tons of stories like this that.
Well,
let's hope for less days like these.
Yeah.
Like those.
All right, so we see a lot of push or call for collaborations online.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that much behind the scenes.
Right.
You understand? So I want to know, have you been a part of these guys pushing for these collaborations? Or would you say, sorry, let me take that part again. Now, we see a lot of call for collaborations amongst artists, photographers, and so on, But we also know that behind the scenes, there's a lot of competition, You would expect this recommendation, or you would expect someone speaking on your behalf, or you would expect someone this isn't his strength, and then you guys need to collaborate. But then sometimes what you see off the internet is competition. Sometimes it can even be very brutal. You understand? So have you been a victim of, should I use the word victim? But have you at some stage in your career um, lost friends or people you started with to success, you know?
I wouldn't go as far as say I lost friends, and I wouldn't say victim, right? But what you're saying is a very it's the state of the industry, but then it's just life in general. When it suits us, we talk about togetherness and community, and one Nigeria and one photography community, and do you get what I mean? When it suits us. When it comes down to it, when the moment comes for you to actually extend your hand and say, let's do this together, it becomes more difficult, oftentimes because of our own motives, biases, So it's not a photography industry problem. I think it's a human problem. That said, in terms of collaboration, we absolutely we must collaborate. We must. The reason I say we must is because our industry in Nigeria is still very young. There's still a lot of structures that we're trying to build. There's still a lot of mindsets that we're trying to change. Do you get what I mean? We don't have a lot of associations. We don't. For example, you can't go to Millennium Park with your camera to go and photograph without having to bribe somebody. There should be an association in Abuja that gives you an ID card, which essentially makes you media or press. So as long as you're registered in the Abuja Photography Association, whatever, APA, right? And you have the ID card, you should be able to go to most places and shoot. It will give us access. It will give us a voice, right? We'll be able to go to the FCT minister if need be to say, us Abuja photographers would like da 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 da, because we don't quite have a collective voice right now. The older generation still look down on photography and photographers because of the people that, when they were growing up, who were the people that were photographers? They were not highly educated. I don't know if you get what I mean. They didn't make a lot of money, during the course of their careers and whatnot. So there's still that mindset of, are you sure photography is what you want to do? Are you sure that it's viable? Are you sure that you can raise a family on photography? Together, we need to collaborate in whichever ways that we can to be able to shift some of these mindsets. Now, whether we're collaborating in terms of pitching our skills together, so photographer, makeup artist, stylist, whatever, right? Whether it's that kind of collaboration or it's light and calligraphy coming together to put together a podcast, a workshop, whatever, some sort of community where people can join to learn, improve themselves, educate themselves. We need that, right? We need as many things that we do together as possible so that we're able to solidify our community. We're able to stand as a unit. The same way, why can't we be as strong as Pengasan, who can just shut the country down if they choose? I don't know if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, we can unionize because there are things that we still need to fight for. We need to be in the federal budget, as far as I'm concerned. When they're allocating money for this and that, they need to allocate money to the creative industry and to photographers. We are the ones documenting history.
Yeah.
We are important. Do you get what I mean? So that's collaboration, But unfortunately, some of the ways that we fall short is we tend to be very selfish in the things that we're seeking from collaborations. We don't quite see, oftentimes don't quite see a bigger picture. We don't think of things that are bigger than us. The building something that you might not enjoy.
Yeah.
That to be people that are coming after you that will enjoy the fruits of your labor today.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough people who are able to think that way. Not yet. Doesn't mean that they don't exist. Maybe we just need to work harder to find them so that they come together. But yeah, there's a lot of competition. There are people who see you succeeding and see it as a threat to their own path to success.
Right.
Unfortunately, there will always be those people in society. If light is doing well in whatever field he chooses, God, why not me? Why am I falling behind? What, I don't know, right? Like there are unfortunately there are just these people. I come across it all the time. It's not a I come across it all the time. Recently, I felt very honored to. There was a project I worked on called the Eyes of the City. It was spoken word poetry, and we were able to get 124 Abuja photographers together to shoot a video. I saw both sides of collaboration and competition, right? There were people who came out in their numbers who were not even sure what I was doing. Some of them didn't even know me. But there is this thing that is going on this week where Abuja photographers are gathering. I want to be part of that. And they came out. There's somebody who literally replied me 1 year later.
Whoa.
I'm just seeing your message. 1 year later. That's not to say that there's any ill feelings or anything, but it just some people read my message and just never responded. Some people would answer your call. Okay, they've heard what it is you're thinking of doing, and they're just not interested. But during the process, I felt that there was more good that was going to come out of this, so I did it anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't lose. Right? I did it anyway. People came out. There are conversations that were started because these two people met at the photo shoot. There were people that were meeting. Oh, we did this Abuja 5 years. I never see you. There was new community forming. There was a renewal of we can achieve great things together if we put aside our individual differences and whatnot. Yeah. So again, it's community. It's life.
Yeah.
There'll be people who collaborate. There'll be people who compete. And competition is not bad. In fact, we need some competition. Let it just be healthy.
Talking about the brutal aspect.
Let the competition be healthy. Let me see light do something and I go, yeah, nice one. I want to do something like that as well. As opposed to why light. That's why it becomes bad. When I don't want it for you. I don't know if you get what I mean. But Light is doing great with his podcast. Is there something similar that I can do? That's what I mean by we need to compete. We need, man, this person just stepped it up to this level. Can I match it? Because we're thinking industry wide. When I hear that somebody got paid 10 million for photography gig, I don't have any ill feelings towards that person. I'm like, good. It means it's possible. It means if I work at it, I will get paid 15, not just the 10.
Yeah.
Or I might not even get, maybe what the most I've ever earned from photography is 500K. But if somebody's collecting 10, that means there's a chance that I can get 1 million.
Yeah.
As opposed to why then? Right? It's something that I have a lot to say about. Do you get what I mean? And we're not going to change the people who just are negative energy. Unfortunately, we can't do it. What we must do is keep our eyes on the price.
Right.
If Light is willing to join me to do this action that will help build community, that will help shape our future, that will help get funding for whatever projects we want to do, that will help put conversation we're having off camera, will help put photography into public school curriculums. Do you get what I mean? That it might not necessarily benefit us directly, but others will benefit. If Light is the person, then let's do it. I'm not going to waste energy on the people who are not. It will slow me down. it will slow me down if I'm thinking, oh, why is this one? No, me and you are aligned. Let's proceed.
Let's go. Cool.
These people have a way of coming back later.
Yeah.
They have a way of saying, no, but I always backed you. No, you don't remember. No, but I always backed you.
I was there. Yeah.
Right? So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So finally, let me ask you in your own view. Okay. What separates a photographer like you, or let's say, what separates a photographer who is building a brand that would last, that would be recommended over and over again on trust and so on, from one who is doing his job and he's good at it, he's just doing his job?
Okay. Good at it, just doing his job. The other person gets recommended what?
Is building a brand.
He's building a brand.
Yes.
Oh, so the difference is one person has a brand, the other doesn't.
Yes.
Essentially, I'm trying to distill it so I understand your question.
Yeah, so that's basically it. But if I don't want to, I want to hear your own.
You're right.
So I'm building something. I'm not getting paid, or perhaps I'll be getting paid over time. So aside the photographs that we'll all take, there's something else I'm doing. Perhaps I'm texting the clients later in the night. How are you? Good night. No, I'm just saying.
No, people will block you.
You understand? You understand? But I know I'm building something, and then I'm trying to collaborate, perhaps, or I'm going to get a space, or I'm going to add value to myself, add knowledge. So this is one aspect where I think someone who is building a brand that is made to last can come in, and then this other person is doing his job and it's just fine. He gets paid and he goes home. Until one day the clients are no longer coming back, just like you have said. So on that note, I will say thank you for your time.
Let me just chime in on what you just said, right? I think that the difference is in who is developing themselves beyond the skill.
Yes.
Who is investing in people.
Yeah.
That really is what's going to separate you from somebody who excels at their craft. You must excel at your craft. You must. That's a given. But beyond that, you must continue to develop yourself. You must learn about business. Recognize that you're in a photography business. So don't only associate with people that can teach you how to light better and edit better. Associate with people who make the kind of money you're aspiring to make. If all your friends are photographers, I'm sorry, that's a red flag. Find people who are in fashion, who are in movies, who are in the banking industry, who are in tech, whatever it is, whatever other industry, who are making money, so that when you say, client paid me 2 million, they don't flinch. Like 2 million isn't, you aspire to find the money that when you call it, they will look at you. I don't know if you get what I mean, right? If you're around photographers, most of the photography industry doesn't earn more than, so weddings, for example, most wedding photographers are paid between 100K and 500K, most. There's the 1, 2, 3% that can charge in millions, but that's not most people. In fact, there's a large number of people that are under 100K. If you and your guys are all at 100K, you will stay at 100K. One person might be brave enough to say, let me do 150. Then people will follow to 150. But the moment somebody joins your circle that is consistently collecting 750, you will step up. There's a good chance that the guy that's charging 750 doesn't really want to be friends with you. Let's be honest, right? But be around people who are business savvy, who know how to make money, who know how to keep money, who know how to grow money. Seek out business workshops, master classes, whatever. You might sit, I've sat in classes where the person next to me was in oil and gas. This person here was selling small chops. The person across has a laundry business. I was the only photographer, apart from the photographers that were documenting the class. Do you get what I mean? And I know what it did for me.
And also for the person selling small chops.
Yeah. Do you know that? So be like, step out of your comfort zone, right? Go and learn about business. Grow your mind. Business. Learn about investing. You know, what opportunities are there for me to grow my money? Don't spend all your money on equipment, right? You think about a retirement fund. Think about building a house. Think about investing in your children's futures. Think about buying gold and keeping. You can do it. Photographers make a ton of money. The only problem is they don't keep track. As it comes, you burn. As it comes, you burn. If you go and print out, if you're watching this, print out your bank statement. Tell them, show me how much entered my account in 2024. You'll be shocked. The problem is we don't know what to do with it when it comes. As it's coming, it's going. So learn about business. It will keep you relevant. Second is people. The money you're looking for is in the hands of people. You will not get money if it's not through people, unless if you are stealing.
Of course.
We do not encourage you to steal. That should be a given. Do you get what I mean? The money you're looking for is in the hands of people. How do I get people to give me their money freely, with joy? Take my money. You must learn people skills. You must learn how to earn their trust. You must learn to be a person of integrity and honesty, but learn how to build trust. If you learn your craft, you learn how to handle money, and you learn people skills, that is how you build impact. That's how generations to come will know your name. It's not, there was one time in my life I was doing photography. Do you get what I mean? That's what we're trying to hear. What did photography do for you? What did you do for the photography industry? You must learn to handle people. People is clients, colleagues. It's not just clients. It's your colleagues. What are you doing for your colleagues? What are you doing for your community? How are you handling money? When money comes, are you afraid of money? You know how they throw something hot for you then? Do you get what I mean? Is that how you handle money?
Yeah.
Do you respect money when money comes to you? How many bank accounts do you have? What is each bank account for? Do you have an accountant? Do you have a lawyer? Do you have a business coach, mentor? Do you have business friends who you don't hang out day to day? All you do is talk about business. Do you have a group that holds you to account, that you sit down, you come and tell them, this is what I did this month, and they'll tell you, you try, you no try. Your craft is good, though. You must learn your craft, though. But your craft isn't going to separate you from everybody else, because everybody can learn the science of photography. Everybody. Give anybody a camera. Give them YouTube subscription. Oh, sorry, I say subscription. It doesn't need to be premium. Right? YouTube. Give them YouTube and a camera. In 1 year, they'll take a decent picture. In 1 year, they'll take a decent picture.
1 year is long.
No, let's say some people have different learning speeds and whatnot, right? Let's say 2 years, they will learn to take a different picture. They become craftsmen as well. So you people are all the same. No, let me not say you people. All of us are all the same as craftsmen. The next level is money and people. Learn about money, learn about people.
Awesome. So, I think that's
question.
Right.
You spoke about money, and I think that's one of the most important things.
Tawali likes money.
I like money.
I mean, who doesn't?
There was this thing I remember. Like there was this event we were at, and I met one woman.
Okay.
We were going to ask her one question.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to ask you.
That's true.
I tell everybody that I will not get rich from photography. And I'm not just being photography will just be my seed money that I intend to reinvest in other things that give me the money I'm looking for.
Right.
So if there was one thing outside of photography that you feel like, why is everybody sleeping on this? What would that thing be?
So I feel like one thing outside of photography that everybody's sleeping on. I think that if I had the answer to this question, I'll be wealthy. Do you get what I mean? Because it means that I have found a diamond in the rough. What I will say is there are certain industries that are timeless.
Yeah.
Food, all humans must eat. Health, everybody wants to be healthy. Housing, everybody wants shelter. Transportation, we must move around. Whether you're on rollerblades, bus,
Lamborghini.
donkey, Lamborghini, first class tickets, whatever it is, everybody must move around. Find somewhere in the value chain for any of these industries. So food, are you selling seeds? Are you selling farmland? Are you selling hoes? Do you know what I mean? Is it manpower for the farmers? Are you harvesting? Are you providing storage so that things are out of season or whatever, right? Are you providing logistics to move from farm to factory? Whatever, wherever it is that you find yourself that you can squeeze in, right? Food, medicine, shelter, what was the other thing? Transportation. To a certain extent, even the Nigerian wedding industry is incredibly
money bag.
lucrative, right? One thing that everybody is sleeping on, I mean, nobody's sleeping on tech. Nobody's sleeping on, music or Nollywood. I don't have the answer to what everybody is sleeping on.
Yeah.
But what I will say is there are so many ways that we can turn the little that we have, the little we think we have, into viable long-term revenue sources of wealth, right? Any of these industries, find a way in. The most important thing is learn to manage. Maybe that's what everybody is sleeping on. That whatever you're getting consistently can turn with the right resources, with the right people, right? It can turn, maybe not generational wealth, but yeah, you can get wealthy off of it. Right. So I don't, what everybody's sleeping on, I don't know. If I knew, I won't, maybe I'm not sitting in this chair.
So what I would say is, I don't think anybody's sleeping on anything that early. People are not sleeping on anything. They are hustling. It's there was a time when education was the in thing. And then there came a time when acquiring land, you understand, became the main thing. Today, people are not big on education. And then we are the information age. Whoever had access to information. So yes, there are things going on, and I know people are working round the clock. They just wouldn't come and say it here on the show.
If I had the answer, I'll give it. I mean, a lot of people are pushing towards AI now, and AI it's lucrative. But in my opinion, AI is too democratic. It's too open to everybody. For you to just come in now and say, I'm going to do this one thing in AI and become the next Elon Musk. I don't think so. It's a bit too, it's literally open source, right? So I don't know. I just think that we just need to learn to manage the funds that we have better. If it's using it for seed money, right, to put into any of these industries, great. I'm genuinely convinced that photographers are some of the richest people in Nigeria. People don't have it good at all in this country. People don't have it good. What was that survey about? What was it? Only about 5% of Nigerians have 500,000 naira in their accounts. That's terrible. That's terrible. Yet we're working in an industry that somebody could offer you 500,000 for a wedding. And like, I'm not sure there are assignments that you do for 500k. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand the ins and outs of documentary.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Right. But that's if you take that payment, you're in the 5%. You're in the 5%. How do we translate? Which is why we just need to learn more about business, be with people, be open about money. Creatives and photographers and creatives generally, we don't talk about money as openly as we should. And we should. We need to be able to sit down and talk about money. Not just because I want to know what you're pricing. No. What do you do with your money? How are you growing your money? How are you keeping your money? How are you making sure that, even if it's just to make sure that my rent is never late, teach me. We need to be able to have money conversations that go beyond, let me know so that I'll adjust my rate card. That's bottom barrel, right? Yeah, let's talk about money. Let's understand money. Let's understand that the thing that we do is worth a lot of money. We are custodians of people's memories. We document the history of the world. That's worth a lot of money. Let's stop being happy with change. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ask a photographer now, it's money I'm still hustling. I won't buy Benz. How much is Benz? How much is Benz in the grand scheme of things? Don't you want to build a house for your parents?
You need to move past all that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't you want, like, there's an equal, sorry, I'm going on and on.
It's really good. It's good. It's good. It's good. So I think what we're going to do is you recommend the next person.
Especially for
the money aspect.
And
then Osaze also mentioned the branding aspect. So yeah,
these people have to be photographers.
No, they mustn't be photographers. But what we're doing is to benefit, like we said, the community of photographers or the ones who are coming. Of course, it's not limited to only photographers to watch. The knowledge you shared, the inspiration they got, you understand, can serve in any field. Okay, so whoever is available to come on board.
Why did he get heated when I started talking about money? It's like my voice just went up.
You're angry.
Money is a very emotional topic.
We honestly were selling out. And again, I say we. I don't like saying you.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? We were in it because I am also putting a ceiling over my potential. If all I do is just hang out with photographers. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like there's so much knowledge that we photographers don't have. You have to be able to
go outside
of the bubble. You know, somebody gave me a target to make 100 million in my business in 2025, and I looked at her like she was mad. Like 100 million, like, but somebody, their 100 million is nothing to. I don't know if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
To people in a lot of other industries, like, what's 100 million to them? What's 100 million to them? And all you had to do was break it down. 100 million divided by 12 is less than 10 million a month. Let's say it's 9 million a month. If you do 3 weddings at 33 million, that's your 100 million.
Yes.
If you do 1 wedding at 3 million and you do smaller events at 1.5, then that's 4 small events plus 1 wedding. If you shoot portraits at 500, whatever, like, just, if you just break it down, you see that this money that we see as though it's doable, but we don't talk about money. We don't talk about money. Everybody wants to say, na me bad pass. When I post flame emojis, how does that translate to a good life?
You know, I was even going to ask you that, but maybe I don't know if I should say. Yes, we'll bring you on. I wanted to talk about, you know, the group that also believe that the large number of followers and likes, and just like you said, the flames on your comments translates to clients or trust or money. You understand? But yes, so these are some of the things that we can talk about on the next show. There are lots of questions. I skipped so many of them. All right.
I should just keep quiet too.
Because I know you will go off the road.
Quiet too.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Khaleel.
Thank you, Light, for having me.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
I appreciate your presence.
Good luck with everything with this podcast. I think it's necessary. I think that some of the voices that you've brought on have been they're essential in the industry.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, just good luck with everything. Keep going. I'm really excited. I'll keep watching.
Good.
I feel like there's a chance for me to learn a lot. And please share more of yourself.
Oh, good.
You have a lot to share.
Yeah.
You know a lot, right? Share. Do a podcast where it's just you talking.
Yeah. I mean, that's coming. That's coming.
So good luck. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Yeah? Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.